am 45. That number sits heavy in my chest, not because of age, but because of time. 25 years. That's how long I loved someone I couldn't save. That's how long I told myself I didn't fall in love with who he was. I fell in love with who he promised to become. I memorized potential. I worshipped possibility. I called it hope. But hope in the wrong hands becomes a cage. Every morning felt like stepping onto a hamster wheel. Same apologies, same tears, same promises dressed in new words. Round and round. Faster when things were bad, slower when I wanted to believe. I kept running, not toward happiness, not toward peace, just away from the truth. Loving an addict feels like living inside a storm that never ends. Sometimes the sky clears, just enough to make you think it's over. Then the thunder comes back, louder, meaner, more familiar. I learned how to read moods before I learned how to listen to myself. I learned how to walk on emotional glass without making a sound. I learned how to shrink. I became a professional forgiver, an expert in excuses. He's stressed, he's tired, he had a hard childhood, he means well. I told myself love was patience, but what I was practicing was self-abandonment. Trying to love him sober while he loved himself drunk. Trying to hold a future with hands full of broken promises. It felt like holding water in my hands. No matter how tightly I squeezed, everything kept slipping away. And I kept blaming myself for being thirsty. I waited. God, how I waited. I waited for rock bottom. I waited for clarity. I waited for the version of him I met in my imagination. I waited at a locked door for decades, convincing myself if I knocked softly enough, lovingly enough, long enough, it would open. But doors don't open just because your knuckles bleed. One day, nothing dramatic happened. No explosion, no final betrayal, just a quiet moment. I saw the pattern, clear, simple, unchangeable. Not because he didn't love me, not because I wasn't enough, but because he wasn't choosing himself. And if someone won't choose themselves, they can't choose you. That truth hurt worse than any lie I ever swallowed. I realized I had spent 25 years trying to save a drowning man while slowly drowning myself. I looked at my reflection, older, tired, still alive, and I felt something new. Not anger, not hatred, grief. For the woman I used to be, for the years I traded for hope, for the love I never gave myself. And then something even stronger. Permission. Permission to stop trying. Permission to stop waiting. Permission to step off the wheel. Leaving didn't mean I stopped loving him. It meant I started loving me. I am 45 and I finally understand this. Time is precious. Love should feel safe. Love should not cost your sanity, your health, your identity, your soul. Love should never require self-destruction. I didn't lose 25 years. I gained the rest of my life. In the next video, I will share with you the 4 emotional and behavioral stages of alcoholism I learned during the 25 years of living with an addict.